Good morning. Okay, I'm going to talk about my morning. Yeah, because after midnight. But anyway, um, just sitting in the living room on the couch, I can feel this energy coming out from under the flooring of the house. I was having a problem with the burning of my feet, and I was having a problem with this energy going into my private area. So instead of me sleeping in the living room where I normally sleep, I came into my bedroom and I put the chair, turn this, and you see exactly where I hid the chair, where you can see there's no vents. No vents at all. There's no vents there. And I had my chair right there. So I woke up and all this energy going into my private area. And I was just feeling just really dehydrated. Really, really dehydrated. So before I went to bed, I made this tea with all I had in it. Oh, shucks. I can't even think of what it was. I know I had some, this tea that I drink. It's supposed to purify the blood. And there's another tea. I had one tea that was good for your high blood pressure. One that purifies blood. One that's good for your nervous system to relax you. And then I had a green tea with ginger. Okay. It's a flower, a red flower. I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. But everything was dry. Burdock root was one of them. That's the one that's purified blood. And then there's another one that starts with a V. That's the one that relaxes you. And then I had not rose hip, but I can't think of the name of it. But it's supposed to be good for the blood pressure. Probably good for your blood too. I try to take things that's healthy because I always did like drinking healthy tea, herbal teas and stuff like that. But I don't know what this stuff is doing to my stomach, and all I know is that my stomach is swelling. And so I try to drink stuff that to help detox and purify my blood and, do stuff like that. So I got up and I drank some of that. And I moved the chair to over there. Well, I got my dirty clothes over there, so it kind of looked messy. No vents. There's no vents right here. There's no vents. Nowhere here. All the vents is over by the window. I'm not even near the window. And this stuff coming up out of the floor, going into once I went back to sleep. I did do some praying, and I put my computer on prayer, and I let it play, and I prayed some with it, and I fell asleep. Either I fell asleep or they put me to sleep. A lot of times they put me to sleep. And I woke up feeling worse than I did the first time. I was even more dehydrated. I got up and got me some more drink. And can't remember what all I did. Probably did some more praying. I did. I did some more praying. And cause she was still on. Um, she's a prophetess. I think she's from Jamaica or something, but she's really a powerful lady, a woman of God. And while I was still praying, I could still feel this stuff. As soon as I sit down, I could still feel this stuff coming up in my body. So I moved the chair over here. And I went back out for something out in the living room. And there was a funny smell through the house, like sulfur or gunpowder or something like that. Then I started smelling it in here, and I began spraying. Whew, I think my muscles are uh, de- dehydrated. I had got like this before years. It's been years ago, maybe over 20 years ago. It had to be over 20 years. 'Cause I only think my granddaughter was born. Yes, she was. She was born. Look, I don't know about my grandson. Yeah, they were born too. But it's been close to 20 years since this happened to me. Well, my muscles got dehydrated, and I think that's what's happening to me now. Cause I'm just having really bad pain over here on this side, and in the middle of my back. That lady walking her dog, looking over here. She don't go no further right there next door and turn around and go back. I mean, this is some really crazy stuff. And she's an old woman. She should know better. Seem like she would know better, but I guess not. But I sprayed this right here. This is a 24-hour, keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria. Cause I don't know what these people are sitting in here. And after I spray, they think I know I'm waking up. So whatever that was that they had sent in here, they hadn't got in my system. Because it was throughout the house. You could smell it. It smelled like gunpowder or sulfur or something. They did that before the house we just left from. When we first moved there, the man that was staying beside us, he was putting it in the vent. And then he would let the vent slam. So so I went out there and got some wire, and I wired it together so that he couldn't open it. And then I called the real estate people so they can send someone to fix. So they put new vents on the outside, all around the whole entire house. But he was shooting me through the brick wall. This was brick wall. This house was this a brick house. And it was going right through the bricks, through the aluminum, because I had my the whole room lined up with aluminum. But they didn't do no good. He was shooting me right in my head. I had to move it. That's when I started sleeping in the bed. So I haven't been sleeping in a bed now for we was at that house for 4 years. 4 years. But the first house that I had her in, I did sleep in my bed. But at my house I didn't sleep in at my house I don't sleep I never did sleep in my bed because our bedroom was side by side. The people that stayed beside me hooked on to me, which it wasn't their house, it was her mother's house, which she was in jail in New York. And had an apartment beside me in North Carolina. So she finally came down, but I think she moved back now because somebody else is staying there, staying beside me now. But I think it was before I went to sleep. I was sitting here, cause sitting here I'm facing the window, and I just saw something flash like it was out in the streets. It was something kind of looked like it was long, white. And it just flashed by the window, so I looked over toward the camera, the security, and I didn't see anything. So what that was, I have to see she coming back now. She don't go no further than next door. Because she looking over here now. Like, what can she stop? You know, you're gonna be old and stupid. You just gonna grow old and be a fool. for somebody. Because anything I do in this house, there ain't a thing she could do about it. Not nothing. So why you gonna get her every morning, walk your dog from over here to back to your house when you can just take them in your backyard? They got something where her husband walks around. He walks like a little pair, a little circle in their backyard. Cause they got a nice sized backyard. She could do the same thing. Just let the dog get out there. Cause they got it's just fenced in. Instead of her walking past here every day 9 o'clock. Now that other man, he may come, cause he normally come around 9 too. The one that come and sit out there. Well, there's another man coming over there now. I don't know what they. Three of them, three older men. Two drive the burgundy car, one drive the a black Lexus. The man that drive the black Lexus, he worked for the post office. That comes out there and just sit. He can't hardly walk, but he parks his car. He'll drive up in our driveway and back up over there and just sit there at the edge of the driveway and just sit there with his lights on. He sat there a whole hour with his lights on, looking over here. You know, see, he know that they just women here because, and he know we're not dangerous. Because if he was me, especially younger men, and they see what they were doing, they probably done beat them by now. Maybe not. I don't know. Or they approach them, want to know, why are you watching? You're sitting over here watching over here at my house. Because there's nothing they can do. There ain't nothing they can do. See, the thing is, they're not trying to do nothing. It's the lights on the car. It comes right through the windows. And it's keeping us energized so that whoever's monitoring us can see us. Because they're looking through my eyes. They're watching me right now, looking at me through this camera. I don't be wanting to look at my sister when I'm washing her, but I have to so I can see what I'm doing. Cause she tears up her dependent hair, cotton everywhere, all down there. Every day last week, she was having a bowel movement. So I have to look down there so I can clean her. I don't know where all that poop comes from. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oof. And then what make me so mad with her, while I'm cleaning all that feces off of her, she'll have the nerve to say, I ain't got nobody. Don't nobody care about me. And I'm cleaning all this stinking stuff off of you. I'm mad. I am mad. You ain't got nobody. And I'm standing here cleaning your stinking behind. You just laying there, sitting there running your mouth. Don't want me to turn you from side to side so I can clean you. She steady holding on to. I don't know how many plastics to protect her mattress. I had that plastic cover on her mattress 2 days. She had ripped it. Time I put it on her, she just rips. Cause when I'm trying to turn her, she's steady holding on to it and she just ripping. And then I'm doing this by myself. I got to lift this heavy mattress to take the plastic off and then put another plastic on. There be 2 plastics on there. And my back is just killing me. It's just really hurting me. I have to lift one of that heavy mattress. This is a queen size mattress that I'm putting this plastic on and she just rips it. And then I have to pick her up and put her in her chair so I can clean her bed and feed her, because I can't feed her with her laying down. She's steady holding on to it. And I'm struggling trying to get her to the chair. God, no, I be wanting to tear her tail up. When I get through dressing that woman, this is every day I have to go and just take a break and just sit there before I can even feed her. I got to go rest myself and just sit there and just take a break. Just take a break. Because she'll hold on to she'll just do anything. Mom, just hollering. Girl, shut your mouth. Your mom ain't coming to see about you. Cause if she do, I'm gone. Cause my mama died in 74, 1974. And if she come back, cause she hollering for it, it's time for me to leave. But I have to go through this every day. Just trying to pick her up is enough, and then she holding on to I ain't going. Girl, if you don't turn this bed loose and bring your butt over here and get in this chair. Then she claims she can't stand up. She can't do nothing but run that tongue. That tongue is poisonous. She just sit in there and lay up in there and cuss. I done got on her. Let me get off her. And wipe that off. I don't know how I got myself in this situation. I just don't. I got to deal with evil on the outside and then got to deal with evil on the inside. I think sometimes they controlling her, the stuff that she do. Golly, she just put her hand all in it. I know y'all saying that's too much, but I'm just trying to give you a picture of what I go through every day. And you got so many TIs, claim their TIs, is trying to claim that I don't go through what I'm going through. But the thing is, they're not who they say they are. They're trying to make people follow witchcraft. That's what they're trying to do. And they bring themselves on like they do a light, but they're a false light. One thing you don't do, if you're trying to really follow the Most High God, the creator of the universe, you don't talk to dead people. That's one thing you don't do. If you read the Old Testament, God's telling them, you don't do that. You don't even let them people around. He tell them to kill them. Get rid of them. He God. He could tell you what to do. Because these people will lead you to hell. So he telling, a lot of people don't understand the Bible and why these people had to fight. These weren't just regular people that God had fighting. These people they was descendants from the giants. And the giants were descendants from the fallen angels that was mating with human women before and after the flood. So this is why God was getting them people out of the land. You have to understand, and if you don't understand, ask God and stop blaspheming before your mouth getting you in some trouble that you can't get out. And it's always black people, and I'm not trying to be hard on, but I'm seeing a whole lot of us going to hell. That's why I'm talking to black folks. And I know black people not the only one being gangsta, but I'm seeing y'all the one always trying to go back into Egypt. And these people were dealing with demons and with the fallen angels and creatures from somewhere else. And you trying to go there. When God brought you out of there, you go where you follow God. You don't be following these people talking about going to Egypt. Now, these people don't know what they're talking about. I was listening to a video yesterday, and I didn't come on here to talk about all this stuff. But if to keep all of us from going to hell, somebody got to make a stand. And he's talking about he was raised up in the church, and he had questions that nobody could answer. Maybe they weren't supposed to. Maybe you asking the wrong questions that they had nothing to do with the Bible. But anyway, he talking about how he traveled here, he traveled there, he brought books. Sometimes you can go too far and lose your faith. You can lose your way going too far. Because the Bible, I ain't had to go all the way and here and there. I ain't spent money going to China and going to Africa and going here and going there. I read the Bible. Something come along that I don't understand, I ask God. I don't go to man and ask man nothing. I ask God, did this what this mean? Because sometimes things that they be teaching don't make sense to me. Just like women preachers. You got preachers still today that think they saying women not supposed to preach. But that's not the truth. Women, if God call you to preach, then you preach. What Paul was talking about in the Bible, where women was disrespecting their husbands because men wasn't stepping up to do what they were supposed to be doing. They're not leading. Men supposed to lead the family because they are head of the woman, not to own her and to control her and to belittle her and talk down to her like she's a child. But a woman's supposed to respect her husband as her head. Not to do every single thing that he say do if it's wrong. Because you can die. And when I say die, I mean the second death, go to hell. Falling wrong. If he trying to get you to do something wrong, then you don't do it. And if he not a man following Jesus, don't follow him. Because you can follow yourself right on into hell. But if he's following Jesus, then you follow him. You honor your husband. You don't just go to the pastor, pastor this and pastor that, pastor this, pastor that. Because that's what so many women do. It say to honor your own husband. Submit to your own husband, which is mean honoring your own husband. Respect your own husband as your head. As he followed Jesus, because Jesus is the head of man. God the Father is the head of the Son. The Son is the head of the man. The man is the head of the woman and their children. There's an order. That's all this is, just an order that you follow. And not be a Jezebel trying to get your husband to follow you. All that mouthing that these women doing to these husbands, cussing and acting the pure fool, but a man shouldn't disrespect his wife. The Bible said for a man to honor his wife as Jesus honored the church and gave of himself to the church, or for the church. This is what we're supposed to be doing. And some people, they just go reading Gnostic stuff that's against Jesus. They don't even really believe in Jesus, but then you following it. And you claiming that's why you get lost. You lose your religion. Because you reading books that you shouldn't be reading. All books are just not written by men that God called. Some of those they be talking about the lost books of the Bible. How we know they lost? Who said they were lost? You know, you can't just go reading stuff if it's against the Bible. Because these were Holy Ghost filled men that decided what goes in the Bible and what don't go in the Bible. Holy Ghost filled men. And they some Bibles that have I can't pronounce that. They have those books that they say is like Jasper and all that type of stuff. Cause I got a book with have all that extra stuff in it. But these men, they decided not to put those books in there. And these were bishops. And they were some Africans. Some of them was from Africa. So they want them the white man Bible. Because some of those men that was in those meetings were Africans. So first of all, know what you're talking about before you get to talking and trying to lead people and tell people what's what when it's not the truth. But they were Africans that were bishops. And when the Romans began to kill the Jews, where did they go to? Africa. Why would they go to Africa if they was white? That's where they got the Negro land. They had a place called Negro land. That's why they call us Negro. When we came up, when I was a child, that's what they call us, Negroes. I still go by Negroes. I'm not an African American. I ain't never been to Africa. I was born in America. Never been to Africa a day in my life. I wouldn't mind visiting. And if I like it, I might want to stay. You never know. I don't know. But I call myself Negro because that's what I called myself when I was a child, Negro. And so you got some people saying not for that we don't call ourselves Negro, but I call me Negro. Because I'm not going to listen to everything somebody else say. I don't know where they got the word Negro from. I don't know. I do believe that we were the tribe of Judah. I believe that. I do. And I think that's why we have such a problem, a hard time, because the devil hates us because we are from the tribe of Judah. But I can't say we are a Jew because we don't live it. You have to live. To be a Jew is to live it. To be a Christian is to live it. To be a believer of Jesus, you have to believe it. You can't just say, I'm a Christian, then you doing everything that the devil do. You have to live it. And so you don't go following people that's talking witchcraft because then that make you a witch. People talk about talking to the dead and all this type of stuff. That's not Jesus. You ain't never heard Jesus just sit up talking to the dead. When he talked to the dead, he told them to come out of that grave. He wasn't dead, he was alive. He come out of that. So he talked to the living because this man come out of that grave. You just have to be careful. You can't just believe everything that somebody say because they sound good and they got this philosophy. People good with words, you know. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. You can see I'm not good with words now. Plus the little words I was able to speak, they taking it from me because they really attacking my brain. They're attacking me all over, everywhere. My whole entire body is changing. But oh well, I don't know. I don't know my time of death that God have for me in the first place. You know, He could help me to live for 120 years. I don't know. I'm just living right now. But these people trying to kill me. I don't know what they're doing to my organs because my stomach is just swole, just big. My body is just big. But I tell you what, I'm not just gonna give up. And I'm saying what I'm saying because I don't want none of us to give up. We are in a war that they put us in. We didn't put ourselves in it. They did this to us. So we got to fight to live because they want us dead. I kind of want to do they get some type of bonus when we die. I do know that I heard that they celebrate it. Because I know when, was it Daniel Williams? I don't know, I can't remember his name right. But that weekend that he died, the house that was across from us, they had some type of cookout. So I don't know if they were celebrating his death or what. Because I didn't even really know he was still in Fayetteville. I thought he had left. But he didn't from what I hear. But anyway, we just have to be careful. We have to be very careful. And try to do everything we can to enjoy life. To enjoy life. That's what I'm going to try my best to do. Enjoy life. Well, I guess I need to cut this short. I done talked enough. I got things. I got to wash my clothes today. Go ahead and wash up my clothes. I did have my clothes hamper in here, but I left it in the laundry room, so I just set my dirty clothes in that box over there. I need to start working out on my total gym. I got exercise machine. I just don't feel up to exercise, but I need to get into exercise so I can get my body back in order. So you have a blessed, 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 blessed day.